Hey guys, welcome back. So today we have Grayson with us. You might know Grayson from his very famous role in Junebug band videos. So Grayson, welcome to the show today. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to stop by and answer some questions.
Yeah, kind of strapped on time, but
yeah, I understand. Yeah. I've seen your videos and it seems like you're a very in-demand and busy fella.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you stopping by today. So since you are so short on time, we'll go ahead and jump right into some questions for you, if that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the first question that I'm going to ask you today is, in your videos, where do you take inspiration from when spraying your spray?
So the Junebug spray technique I used in the video, or the multiple videos even, was actually, it dates back to how farmers did it in the 1600s to their crops. I took inspiration to this when I read the Farmer's Digest from the year 1655. Actually right here.
Okay, great.
It covers not only that technique, but many more. I mean, it's just, I recommend it to anybody. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, great. The next question that I have is, was that really a mayfly in the Mayfly Man video?
This is actually a fun question. It was actually a dog specifically trained to act like a mayfly. We had the costume department make the wings for the dog to make it look like an actual mayfly, and I think it actually fooled a lot of people into thinking that was a real mayfly, when in turn it wasn't.
Wow, that is very, very cool. I for one was one of those people that was fooled. Yeah. So it was very
cool,
good, very
fact.
good. Yeah. We love some inside information on that. So our next question would be, were those actually June bugs you were cooking in that pan?
Absolutely. Yeah, I eat June bugs quite a bit because they're rich in protein. I actually recommend mealworms as well. The mealworms you can get at Lowe's in the bird feed section. Yeah, I think Walmart actually carries them as well. If they're not available in your area, you can actually buy them online at www.yumyumjunebugtown.com/dehydrated Junebugs for sale _ after Junebug and after 4.org/edu. And that's where I get my Junebugs when it's a slow year and I'm running low on protein, you know, because you got to think the FDA can only do so much with their beef and chicken. They put a lot of antibiotics in it, and this stuff I don't like. So, you know, I go to that website pretty often to get my main source of protein.
Perfect. Thank you very much for sharing that information with us. So another popular question that you probably are asked is, looking back on some of your videos, what would be one of your favorite moments, would you say?
Probably the customer testimony I did in Mayfly Man video. Really peak content there. It got me a lot of business when I put that out because, you know, it's relatable content to people who want to see my work and want to see how people have benefited from my work. So it really did get me a lot of money when I put that out.
Perfect. Yes. Well, we all know customer testimonials definitely make or break a business. So glad to hear you got a lot of success off of that. And now our last question that I have for you is, what would your least favorite moment of your Junebug videos be?
Junebug Man Sings. That was a bad investment on my part. I mean, when I released that video, I was thinking it was gonna give me a lot of traction on the time that I'm down, and it didn't, because I guess just people didn't really want to, you know, buy the CD. They weren't really into my music because I had paid a music distributor to make a set amount of those CDs, and I pay them up front, and the sales I got when people bought those CDs, it just didn't equal out to what I paid to get them out. So just one of those losses. I mean, when you start a business and you have an active role like this, you're going to have your ups and your downs. You're really going to, you can't have happiness without struggle, I feel.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Probably really cut into the beer and cigarette fund for you, didn't it?
Yeah, it really, because that's my main source of happiness is my beer and cigarettes. And for a while, it got really rough. Like I said, I lost a lot of money during then, and I had to cut out the necessities. It even chokes me up just to talk about it.
That's very understandable. I know in your videos, the love of beer and cigarettes is really, really portrayed across. So I definitely can understand that was probably a major hardship for you.
Right.
Well, that brings my portion to a close, but we sent out a little message to some of your fans and asked them if they would like to ask you some questions. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Well, we go ahead and set a laptop over there. So all of the questions and everything will be on that. So if you just want to take a look and then maybe answer those questions, that would be great.
Those are some really good questions. I'm unable to answer because it's just a touchy subject for me. I would recommend going to a professional for those questions. I don't know what to say to that one. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and roll to the next one.
All right.
What exactly is a Junebug?
So a Junebug is a beetle that comes out in June. They hatch their larva in the ground, and they come out and they fly around and they just wreak havoc on people's houses. I mean, they're just absolute pests of this earth. They say God made everything for a reason, and I guess God just really does not like for us to have houses, because it's just one of those things where, I can't even talk about it.
Definitely understand that. All right, I'm going to go on to the next question.
And what is the difference between a Junebug and a mayfly?
So as stated before, Junebugs come out in June. They're a beetle. Mayflies come out in May, and they're more or less like a fly. They have wings, which Junebugs have wings too. Don't get me wrong, but they more or less wreak havoc in May because they come out in May, and when they're done, that's when the Junebugs come out. So, good question, good thrilling question that we're having so far.
Yeah, very much so. Very, very good.
Fans
questions.
are really engaged.
They really are. They're very passionate about these questions. So let's go ahead. We got a couple more to go, so we'll roll the next one.
How exactly does the spray work?
So the spray is actually a compound that we make. It's a secret compound. We can't release it to the public because any company would come out there and make their own version of ours. But I can more or less say it has water, and it has some natural ingredients in it that do act towards the Junebug neurological system. Now, mayfly spray is completely different. You cannot use mayfly spray on Junebug or vice versa, because it's detrimental to a Junebug. It would make the Junebug even worse. It would make them breed more. There's a compound in it. It's like a sugar for the Junebug. They love sugar, and it would just make it worse.
Yeah, definitely can't stress that enough. Definitely do not intermingle.
Use mayfly spray. Oh my God! Do not use mayfly spray with Junebug, on Junebugs, because it just would be so bad. And Junebug spray on mayflies, don't get me started.
Ooh, that seems like a touchy subject. We'll just go ahead and roll right into the next question.
Is it even possible for a man like myself to get some Junebug spray?
As I've stated before, if you live in the area, please, I can't stress this enough, please support Junebug Man and his cigarette and alcohol addiction. But if you're in a part of a country where you cannot get access to him and his services, there is a website you can go to get the spray, and that's www.junebug_spray.com/edu_.gov.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you definitely for that information. So we have come to the final question. So we'll go ahead and roll that.
What sort of health benefits could I receive from adding a healthy amount of Junebugs to my diet?
Well, as I said previously, they're rich in protein. And like I said, you don't know what the government is putting in our meats, our proteins, our beef, our chicken that you get in the grocery store. You just don't know what they're putting in. So it's a comfort to know with Junebugs, you don't really have to worry about that. And their exoskeleton does produce a good source for calcium and other vitamins. Like I said, it helps me at least sleep better at night, knowing the protein I'm getting is a healthy protein.
Great. Well, that has wrapped up the write-in questions as well as my own questions. So Junebug Man and / Grayson, we appreciate your time and thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, as I said, I was strapped for time, but this was all right.
Perfect. Thank you very much.